Hey y'all, have you ever been sat on the couch watching your favorite reality dating show and then bam, out of nowhere, you're witnessing the start of someone's childhood trauma? Well, welcome to the club because so have I. And that's why today we're going to talk about why single parents should not be allowed on reality dating shows. It always ends up in some sort of heartbreak or a child losing a parent. There's no denying this stark reality has been shoved into our noses a lot lately. I can think of two major examples just off the top of my head. Taylor Frankie Paul and her baby daddy, Dakota Mortensen, and Huda Mustafa and her boyfriend, Louis Russell. Taylor and Dakota have had a toxic relationship ever since their first real fight, and the toxicity has only gotten worse even after their son was born. This whole shit show between Taylor and Dakota all came to a head most recently when Dakota released a video of Taylor throwing bar stools at him while simultaneously hitting her daughter in the process.
Look. Yeah, look. This is called physical abuse. Yeah. Yeah. See, Taylor, this is all you do. It's the only thing you know how to do is hurt me. Huh? And you think this is okay? It's not okay.
I don't give a fuck what's okay.
Holy shit.
I don't give a fuck what's okay. I don't give a fuck what's
Let me go. Stop. Dude, leave me alone. Oh my god. Your daughter is right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my. You are fucking. You're. No, you. Stop. No, fucking help me, God. You're doing me. You're daughter. Stop screaming at me. God. Stop, Taylor. That is it. No more. You're done. Stop. No. I did none of this. This is your own pain. You're doing this. Stop. No. I'm done taking the blame for you. Stop. Look at you screaming. Your daughter just got hit in the head with a metal chair.
because of you.
No, you. Go and help your daughter. Now.
You did.
Help your daughter, Taylor.
Yes, Dakota.
Oh my God. If you throw another chair. Are you okay? Taylor.
Get away from my daughter! Get away!
Then help her.
Get away!
Stop doing this.
The daughter's cries at the end are solid proof of the way reality TV can strip away privacy and cause mental anguish to families. Dakota released this video in lieu of Taylor airing as the Bachelorette. This opens up a whole nother conversation of Taylor being chosen as the Bachelorette while being a single mother of 3 kids with 2 baby daddies who blew up her first marriage because of cheating. How disrespectful to present these bachelors with such a train wreck and tell them this is what they deserve to fight for. The one and only thing that having Taylor on as the Bachelorette proved to me was that these men only go on the show for fame, no matter who the Bachelorette is. Because you can't seriously sit here and try to convince me that an eligible bachelor with the world at his fingertips is gonna slow his life down to be with a deadbeat baby mama who has multiple baby daddies and addiction problems. Like, I'm sorry, but it's okay if that's not your type. Men are allowed to have standards too. So Dakota and Taylor were both abusive towards each other, and their son was unfortunately put in the middle of it. Their entire situation has been playing out on Taylor's reality TV show, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and her relationship and personal struggles have been a prominent storyline throughout the entire show. This relationship between Taylor and Dakota has been so publicized by this point that even their court hearing was public, and clips have been posted all over the internet.
They were intimate in the home on the 23rd. Dakota's narrative is she went crazy and I had to kind of fight her off of me with him grabbing her head or neck and shoving her head against the dash.
She shouldn't have been inviting him over. He shouldn't have been going over.
The reason this stuff is so damaging for their son is because, for example, one day he could fully get bullied because of these clips. Potential friends may be told not to hang around him because their parents have heard and seen everything. Thinking about that makes this stuff really hard to watch, and it's truly quite strange how these people seemingly get rewarded for doing bad things, because Dakota has also been handed more opportunities as of recently, ranging from Vanderpump Villa to Alex Cooper's new reality show that's airing on YouTube. I don't know the name because I don't care. But this show also stars Huda and Louie. Huda and Louie met through just being reality TV personalities. Huda was on Love Island, and during her time on the show, she had sex with 2 different men while being a single mom to a 5-year-old daughter back home.
The point is, like, it kind of sounds like you want to drop Huda, and like because she calls you a bitch in the shower last night. Explore, and then I do explore, and now I'm in the hot seat still for exploring.
By all means, explore. Fuck you. He's a fucking bitch.
Louis went on The Perfect Match while he had a 3-month-old baby that needed him back home.
True, because you know I'm gonna find out.
Now I'm panicking because you can read it on my face.
Instead of them fulfilling their responsibilities as parents, they both chose to leave their respective partners as single parents left to do everything on their own. Now, Huda is potentially getting a restraining order put on her for breaking into Louis' baby mama's apartment because he had lied about being there, and Huda assumed that he was having sex with his baby mama, which he probably was, but because Huda can't control her emotions, she could be getting charged with a felony.
Huda Mustafa is dodging service in regards to her restraining order from Nicole Oliveira. Still shots from the surveillance video have been uploaded to the LA court's website from Nicole Oliveira's legal team in regards to the restraining order against Huda Mustafa. And you know what else was uploaded? The text messages. The text messages attached as exhibits, as well as a still shot from the surveillance video. All of the theories that the text messages were AI and that's why they weren't submitted to the courts can now be laid to rest because here they are in the court evidence. These are all what I showed you guys already in a previous video. And exhibit B is the still shot from the surveillance video.
Now, could somebody please tell me why we are honestly platforming these people? These are pathetic excuses for people. And if this is what you look up to, then maybe the social media injected mind virus I talked about in my last video is real. Like, the amount of fans these people have makes you question if the majority of them are bots being used to push this agenda of being a horrible, disgusting person and damaging the nuclear family. We need to promote being a present parent, an honest hard worker, and someone who understands the importance of privacy and security. Jordan from Love is Blind is another example of why single parents just don't belong on reality dating shows, even if they don't show their children. Jordan got engaged to Sparkle Meg, and even though he was upfront about his struggles as a single father to a child with diabetes, Meg was convinced that she could handle it in the name of love. But once she was actually thrown into the lifestyle Jordan was living, she realized that it wasn't for her and ended the relationship before the weddings. The hardest part of this watch was that Jordan actually introduced Meg to his son, thinking she was going to be the one. And after she decided not to be with him, there's a heartbreaking moment where he says that introducing her to his son was the worst mistake he's ever made.
Do you have any regrets? Yeah, I wish I didn't introduce her to my son.
It's literally heartbreaking. Another Love is Blind example is Jess. She was the one who said when he realizes what he missed out on, he's gonna choke and need an EpiPen.
When you see and realize what you missed out on, you are going to choke. You are going to need your EpiPen to open up your airways because you are going to be in disbelief of what you missed out on.
Fortunately for Jess, she is a rare one where the way she conducted herself and kept her daughter private actually didn't traumatize them. I think she gives us an argument to say that you can't just fully blame reality TV for these people's problems, but you can blame the shows for exploiting their dysfunctionality and promiscuity. This next example is an honorable mention, and it comes from the reality dating show Age of Attraction, where they bring singles of various ages together to potentially form a connection, but without anyone knowing each other's ages. Then, once connections are made, they get to tell each other their age, and then each person decides if they want to continue dating or if they want to leave the show. The couple we're going to focus on is Andrew Wheeler, who is 38, and Libby Vodica, who is 22. These two met on the show and have a 16-year age gap. And while I don't feel like their relationship is predatory at all, it's strange because, and prepare yourself for this, he has 2 daughters that are 12 and 14. That's only 8 years apart from their potential stepmommy.
14 and 12. 14 and 12. I'm a little shocked.
Too shocked. What are you thinking?
I thought they were way younger than that.
I hope y'all realize a lot of siblings have an 8-year age gap. Now, Libby isn't slutty per se, but she is very sexual. And I think this plays a role in my distaste for the situation. Because, like I said, the initial age gap of 16 years doesn't really bother me that much as long as both sides are mature and self-sustaining. But just put yourself in his daughter's shoes. Imagine yourself when you were 14 just scrolling Facebook and you come across your dad doing a thirst trap with a chick that you've never even met before that could literally be your sister. No one should have to see their parents in that light. The harm in platforming single parents is evident even just throughout our examples. Taylor and Dakota have both had negative impacts to their careers and reputations. These downfalls can cause stress, depression, and other mental health problems, which ultimately take them away from being able to fulfill their roles as the best parents they can be. These types of custody battles happen all the time and are traumatizing on their own, and that is fully on Dakota and Taylor. But the increased mental anguish that publicity puts on someone is not healthy for them or anyone around them. Huda and Louie are both putting themselves in positions to potentially not be allowed around their children one day. Will Louie choose to be around Huda or choose his child if the restraining order is granted? He's already been trying to have the restraining order dropped. Imagine being willing to put your child and baby mama in danger for some single mom that got ran through twice on television. Louie is an utter and complete joke, and it's honestly sad that he's someone's father. I seriously wish that child all the best, and God bless the fact they have a good, decent mother. With this restraining order, Huda is actively getting herself into legal trouble, which could come back to bite her in the ass with her own custody one day, especially if she continues down this path of untreated mental health problems. Huda is literally not a normal person and is severely mentally ill, possibly from her childhood abuse, but she needs to work on that herself because she has a daughter now, and if she's not careful, the cycle will repeat. Jordan was probably heartbroken when Sparkle Meg left him, and I'm sure his child could pick up on those blues, as well as the fact that the child met someone he would then never see again. That's pretty confusing and heartbreaking for a little kid. We also have to point out that all of these public situations will be online forever and will certainly be used against their kids in one way or another. Even though we would never think to do that, we can't be ignorant to the fact that there's still a lot of bullies out in the world. There are just so many singles out there who would be a perfect fit for The Bachelorette or Love is Blind. If a media company wants a really good idea, they should create a genuine dating show for single parents that doesn't just feature sexualized media. They don't want to do that though because that doesn't bring the drama or help justify people and their bad decisions. It would only bring forth the extremely lonely and difficult reality of being a responsible single parent. One more thing I needed to say is that as a society, we really need to stop condoning this multiple baby mama and baby daddy thing we got going on. To put it sweetly, if you got a baby at home, stay the fuck home.
Honestly, y'all be getting way too close to people who ain't got custody of their kids, talking about my dog, posted up with my dog. Your dog ain't seen his puppies in some years. And it's the same people that be like, we outside, where the fuck you at? We're at home raising our kids. That's where the fuck you should be at. Yeah. When it comes to me and my kids, ain't nothing getting in between me and my kids. Mama Bear is coming through. Move, bitch. What did Luda say? Get out the way. Get out. Just a big circle full of big dummies. Losers. Lame ass losers. lame ass losers. Is crazy. I don't want to be friends with nobody who don't have custody of their kids, who does not take care of their kids. We have nothing in common. The fuck?
She took the words right out of my mouth. What do you guys think about all this? Do you agree that single parents need to stay home, focus on their children, and grow their careers? Careers that don't involve traumatizing their entire household and embarrassing their kids for decades to come? Or do you just love watching a train wreck? Let me know in the comments. It was great talking to you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!